What gives you culture shock in Japan? Like in a positive way or negative way?
But Japanese are hiding, I guess, their emotions inside, and they don't say everything what they think about.
Russians drink a lot of alcohol,
yeah.
but not so much compared to Japanese.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Takashi from Japan. Today I'm going to interview foreigners in Japan. What gives you culture shock when you come to Japan? Previously, I made a video about this topic, so if you haven't checked it, please check it first. It's better to learn about Japan, about differences between Japan and other countries as much as you can before you come to Japan. Okay, let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan, so it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan whether traveling or living. And you can also learn Japanese here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Tokyo and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started.
Okay, thank you for taking time. Where are you from?
I'm from France.
France?
Hi.
How long have you been in Japan?
Okay. 私は
You can talk in
I
English.
can try.
Okay.
私は2年前日本に来ました。
Oh, what brought you to Japan?
I work in Japan. I work in a French bank.
French bank.
Yes. Actually, I was in an internship in a French bank in Paris. And they said to me, we have an opportunity for you to go to Japan in Tokyo. 2 months later, I was in Tokyo. So it was very fast, you know.
So okay, this is today's topic question. What gives you culture shock in Japan? Like in a positive way or negative way?
Negative way, if you cannot speak Japanese, for example, it's very difficult for you to meet Japanese person. And having some Japanese friends, for example. So I studied a lot Japanese, but I'm not fluent yet. So I struggle a lot to find some people, you know, Japanese person to be friend with.
You didn't expect it?
No, I thought that maybe Japanese people will be more comfortable with English, for example.
Do you have a Japanese friend?
Yes, I have some Japanese friends and I had some Japanese boyfriends too, but mainly it's people who can also speak a little bit English. Otherwise, it's too difficult to communicate.
Okay, so in a positive way, is there any culture shock?
When I came in Japan, I wasn't expected such organization in Japan. Like everywhere, it's so well organized and people are so kind. They are very nice to each other, very respectful also. I had maybe more culture shock when I came back in France for vacation. Because of COVID situation, I stayed in Japan for 2 years. For Christmas, I went back in France. It started at the airport actually, like it was not organized at all. They were like very depressed. In Japan, like they just respect the rules and I think it's a good thing.
So you feel more comfortable staying in Japan rather than staying in France?
Yes, totally, yes. I feel more safe also.
Yeah. Right.
I think it's part also of the culture shock here, like positive point. In Japan, you are safe everywhere. In Japan, it's so safe. You can take a cab like very late at night. Nothing will happen, you know.
I see. That's great. Last question, do you speak Japanese?
ちょっと話せます。
ちょっと話せます。難しいですか、日本語は。
はい。日本語は難しいです。So when you speak in Japanese, like it needs to be like fluent in your mind. So it's quite difficult.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Thank you for your help. Where from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
My name is Marco.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What brought you to Japan?
Work. I'm a model. I supposed to be here just for a few months, but because Corona happened and I stuck here for 2 years. But I mean, I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Like, what's your plan? You gonna go back to the other country too?
I mean, I supposed to go back to Ukraine to visit my family, but you know, all these things is happening with Ukraine right now. So I'm gonna stay longer in Japan because I have like residence right now here. So I'm gonna stay here longer, I guess.
I'm gonna ask you about culture shock in Japan. What gives you culture shock? I think it's like you're from Ukraine, right? It's a really different country.
Yeah, the mentality,
like,
the culture.
Yeah, culture, like people, everything.
What is the biggest thing for you when you come to
I
Japan?
guess like the mentality is different and our culture is so different. So like Ukrainian people are more emotional, I guess, and we are saying kind of everything what we think about, and but Japanese are hiding, I guess, their emotions inside, and
true.
and they don't say everything what they think about. So I guess in this point it's cultural shock, I guess.
Like,
But
do you experience that?
yeah, a lot. But then I get used to it, so I don't feel it right now. So maybe I became choto Japanese.
Oh. How often do you interact with Japanese people? Like every
a
day?
lot, every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Like they speak English, Japanese?
Yeah, English.
English.
Because I don't speak Japanese at all.
I think like I guess like Japanese people who speak English
Uh,
kind of like more westernized or kind of more like have like
Depends.
open minded.
yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's true. But still, there's.
but still,
Yeah, for sure.
what about any other things about not people like about like street, train or anything
It's
else?
so different, like super different.
Like,
like-
can I ask how?
I mean, I guess Japan is more clean and more modern compare Ukraine in some point.
Well,
And I mean, it's just totally different history and the
Yeah,
economy
yeah.
is different here. So like, for sure, I guess Japan in industrial point is much better than Ukraine.
How about weather?
I mean, because I knew that gonna be warm here, so I knew that summer is gonna be warm. But because Ukrainian summer is also warm, but a bit less and not that humid. Winter could be like minus 20, 30 sometimes. Yeah, so.
So in summer it's hotter here, and then in winter it's less cold here.
Yeah, yeah. I guess the climate here is more like, I cannot say smooth, but like more soft than in Ukraine. But I like it because winter is short, much shorter than Ukraine.
Oh really?
Here, yeah.
Last question: do you speak Japanese?
No, I don't speak.
No.
Someday.
Do you learn Japanese?
Not really.
Not
But
really.
I want
Oh,
to
yeah,
because it's been 2 years,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's the time to learn. And all of like people who I work with, they speak English, so I don't use Japanese that much.
Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you for taking time. Where from?
I'm from Russia.
Russia.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Japan?
For 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
What brought you to Japan in the first place?
I came to Japan to study.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I-
as a student.
Yeah, as a graduate student. I wanted to be a master student in Japan, in Tokyo.
What do you do right now?
I do modeling and acting.
This is today's topic question. What gives you culture shock in Japan when you came to it's 7 years ago, so it's quite long ago though. Like, do you remember anything?
Yeah, there is an image that Russians drink a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
But I think not so much compared to Japanese. Japanese drink in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and every day. But Russians drink only before holiday. I saw many drunk people on the streets. It was shock for me. Sometimes you can see goods that selling a supermarket outside. Nobody cares, but in Russia it's impossible because someone can steal them. Because Japanese obey the rules.
Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
そう
日本語大丈夫です。
日本語大丈夫。7年いるっすもんね、日本に。
そうですね。
何年目ぐらいからなんかもうなんか問題ないなっていうか、なんか普通に暮らしましたか？
まあ半年経ったら大体慣れてきて、はい。
じゃあ半年、日本に来て半年後にはまあ大体普通に問題なく。
そうですね。大体ですね。
すげえ。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. And also, I like to make videos when I go abroad and from Japanese perspective, what is a culture shock for me when I go abroad? I want to talk about like differences between Japan and the country I went to. I hope this year I can go abroad as much as I can and make a video there. And I'd like to interview Japanese people living there. And also I'm planning to interview Japanese people who have experience living in other country. I'm gonna ask them like culture shock Japanese perspective when they go abroad about like differences Japan and the country they used to live in. Something like that. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like button. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any question that you want me to ask people in Japan, please leave the comment too. See you next time.